the secret for way too long. Thinking that there is a place called forgiveness, it don't belong. Oh, but freedom can never be found behind those walls. So just let it fall. Just let it fall. Oh, the healing has begun. Oh, the healing has begun. How long has it been since you felt anything but shame? Try to lift up your eyes, 'cause mercy remembers your name. Those tears you feel rolling by, just let them fall like rain. The healing has begun. Oh, the healing has begun. Oh, the healing has begun. And here at the end of the night, you guys have heard me talking a couple times tonight. I mentioned my dad. And I love my dad. He has been an awesome friend to me, and he's just a great man. I invited him to join me on this tour with me, and my dad's here in Vegas with me tonight, and I want to bring him out on stage so you can see him and meet him. Ever since I released The Story of Your Life a few months ago, I started telling these stories, and the band and I were singing these new songs. And we were covering a lot of different topics. Topics that maybe you don't always hear about in church or at Christian concerts or anywhere for that matter. And at the end of every concert, people would come up to me in the line. There'd be a girl with tears in her eyes. Her head down, and she'd just say, "I'm the broken girl." And she'd walk off. Be a young kid come up to me and say, "Man, two houses, it's my story." And then he'd walk on. Be a couple that would come up with tears in their eyes, saying they just lost their child tragically, and they got so much pain and sorrow in their hearts, and they would walk on. Over and over and over again, I just felt like maybe they needed somebody to pray with them. You know what I believe? I believe that tonight's no different. I believe that there's somebody here tonight, throughout the course of this concert, man, you had no idea what to expect. Maybe the beginning of the concert came and you heard all the songs you came to hear because you know them from SOS Radio, and you think, well, now what? You had no idea we were about to take this journey together. You know, maybe you're here tonight and there's a part of the story of your life that's kind of come up to the surface, a part that you'd rather not deal with, but it's here now. Maybe you could wipe some tears away at some point in the evening. But right now you're feeling something going on in your heart, and you can't ignore it. I want you to know that if you're feeling something going on in your heart, it has nothing to do with me. That's God trying to get your attention. That's God trying to let you know that He has a plan for your story. His plan is tonight. And so that's why my dad's here. He's got some prayer volunteers from this church, this awesome church, and they just want to meet with you. And so what I'm going to allow you the opportunity to do tonight is an opportunity for a game changer, a life changer, a story changer. An opportunity for you to no longer choose to ignore those broken chapters. A chance for you to stop carrying the heavy weight. A chance for you to lay it down and let the healing begin. You guys remember Haley? Frustrated teenage kid shaking her fist at God. Haley started realizing that she's not strong enough, and in her life the healing has begun. Remember Rebecca growing up in a dysfunctional home, thinking she was doomed to carry on that dysfunctional legacy? Rebecca's married now with 2 kids, loves the Lord with all her heart, and in Rebecca's family, the healing has begun. You guys remember Connor? Made fun of at school all the time. The kids call him stupid. Well, Connor knows that God made him and that God does not make mistakes. And in Connor's life, the healing has begun. What about Lily? First 7 years of her life, a tough beginning. She spent 7 years being abused in a Guatemalan orphanage. Now Lily, she's got her own bedroom in Tennessee, and it's all pink. I've seen it. And in Lily's life, the healing has begun. On and on and on. Julie's dad walked out. Julie found the Heavenly Father who's loving her, walking by her side every step of the way. The McAfee family, they lost their teenage son. But they're allowing God to even use their tragedy so that you can be encouraged tonight. And in the McAfee family, the healing has begun. Oh, it won't be complete until they see their son in heaven someday. But the healing has begun. So what's your story? What's your broken chapter? Are you tired of carrying it with you? You don't have to anymore. You can lay it down, and your healing can begin tonight. I'm going to give you an opportunity right now, if that's you, if you feel like I'm talking right to you. I want you to know that God has a plan for you. Tonight could be a chance for the healing to begin in your life. And I want you to take this chance, take this step forward. Nobody's going to be looking at you or anything like that. I want you just to make your way to the front here. Some prayer volunteers, my dad will be here to pray with you. You just make your way around here. Don't you worry about what anybody says or what anybody thinks. This is between you and God, and this is a defining moment in the story of your life. The band and I are just going to play for a moment. You go ahead, people are making their way. You go ahead and step forward. Young and old, God has a plan for your life. He has a plan for the healing to begin in your life right now.